What's good YouTube? And welcome to the house. Yeah, market man, take me by the hand. Use your calculator for prices, I understand. I was dead on the math of Red Eye's Dark Dragoon on release day, but so many people were waiting for that nice even $30 that it has created extra demand, and people are going crazy. When they woke up today, they saw this price, they were ready, they were waiting for it, and it is now at $36 with only 48 total listings versus the over 80 that were there through the middle of the night. So competition has really ramped up on this. Vendors are looking like, why would I sell it for any less? But throughout the day, demand will actually go down on this card as everyone goes, I've secured the bag, I've got the card, this is my set. And then other people are going to continue to list out. It is opening day on this. We have a full weekend. I don't think that 30 was necessarily the end of it being $30 with this spike, but it will take some time to head back towards there. And then throughout time, as this sees more play, or doesn't, its price will go up. There's an interesting conversation on that. People are saying that in the TCG, because it's combo heavy, that there are different decks versus the OCG, that this will have a harder time seeing play and being played for its bricks. I think he's still a pain in the keister to deal with. I think you're going to see Guru Control with his Infinity Gauntlet, S0, Red Eye's Dark Dragoon, and you're going to see a ton of other decks still give in to the bricks and playing Verte Anaconda in order to pay that 2,000 at the end of their boards and just bring him out generically. I do think, though, with how many decks make a 3-link extra bonus access code talker that just runs over this, that it is less of a problem for a lot of our decks in terms of, okay, we got past the negate, let's run them on over. That's going to happen a lot more. Now, again, when it comes to the Megatins, this is going to be a heavy focus on the Megatins. This is the leader card, and everything else is falling out at a pretty rapid rate, except for one other card, which was my personal call. I told you guys that 2 cards would stay up in price most likely, and the rest would probably fall out. Maybe 3 would be able to hang on, but it looks like only 2. Red Eye's Dark Dragoon is trying to tread water and go upstream. Pot of Extravagance for its Megatin version is at $18, ooh, $19 when you click on it. And this is because people are in the hunt after this card in 3s. They've waited a long time for a cheaper reprint, and alongside the Toon Chaos Ultra, this just looks way nicer. So when I'm looking at all of these versions, I'm like, well, the ultra rare version just became mid to low rarity. The Prismatic Secret Rare could actually be argued versus the original first ed, because original first ed isn't highest rarity anymore, or the collector rare first edition is highest rarity, so this is now mid rarity, and both of these are secrets, and it really comes down to the taste of what you actually think looks better and what you like. And I personally like the Mega Pack versions and how they look more, but I collect a lot of OCG cards, so maybe that's why. What version of Pot of Extravagance do you personally like more? Now, price-wise, this is going to try to hang on for a very long time. Stay above the Ultra, stay above this. Since it is original, people will herald it as the highest rarity in that regard, but I do think that this version, for what it looks like being lowest price, it'll eventually pass the ultra rare or switch places with it, so it might even have upward potential from here, just a little bit, not by much, or the ultra rare will continue to fall, especially the unlimited from Toon Chaos. Now, Apollousa, Bow of the Goddess, $13. Wow, it seems like a lot of people heeded the warning that Gold Series already has this in an Alter Art form coming, and Gold Series looks nice this year. $14. That is awesome that people can just go out and get an Apollousa for that, or $15. That's kind of the competitive price before we see those huge listings. I would be selling this sooner than later, though. While so many people look forward to Apollousa getting a reprint period, they've got to get it, they've got to have it. I've been beaten by this card so many times, and finally the power is mine. Another one's coming. The population in the pool will be going up past what one of the most open sets of all time the Megatins will be, and I think Konami's not going to let Gold Series job too much. I think we're going to get some of the rival imports there as well, maybe, and a ton of amazing reprints. So I do look forward to it. We only know 3 of the altar arts. We know there is Strato, Stroll, and Apollousa. Versus future product, this has a downward potential, and it's likely going to be its lowest rarity. People will probably like the gold rare more, especially if the art freaking slaps. Next up on the tabs is Borreload Savage Dragon, and this one's the Beard Scratcher. Will it continue to go down towards 12? Will it rebound the period? The original version, since it is the lower rarity despite being original, it's been falling pretty fast, but it's still hard to get your hands on a willing seller right now. I think that'll continue to go down as the secret rare looks freaking nice. Now, when it comes to this pricing, though, $14, $15 again. So a lot of these are going to either even out towards 12 or get looks and go steady and then not fast, slowly go up over time. The tins were shorted on some level. Not everybody got their full fulfillments, especially over in the EU. I heard it was a lot worse there. But the USA, a lot of people did get their full fulfillments. Like, whenever you order a product, sometimes Konami goes, sorry, we couldn't make enough, and that's happened a lot this year. That happened with the 10s. So these boss monsters, some of them are worth eyeing. I personally would put more of a, I guess, eye on Borreload Savage Dragon going up than I would Apollousa, though, since it has another reprint coming. And finally, Masq down at $10. I'm shocked to see this cheaper, but it's not a boss monster. It's an enabler for boss monsters. Still has a little bit of waifu tax to be had. $10 to $11. This, again, I think when you get into value displacement, if Apollousa goes down towards this 10, she could go up towards the 15. Whenever you have something in a product that has its value leached out, something else tends to rise up. So I could see this and Apollousa maybe trading places in the future, but it's not something I would necessarily bet money on. I'm just happy to see all these cards so freaking cheap versus everybody else's initial projections, but towards mine, what did I tell you about $12 Boral Sword? And a lot of these cards were likely to fall that way. Feels amazing. Now let's look at actually the rest of the mega set. Let's look around here and see what's happening. Dragoon, you're gonna see it constantly flux through the day. 35, is it actually? It still has the shipping. Darn. You'll see some of these cards though, even as Market watches live, either fall or get more competition. Mech Knight Crusadia Avermax is an ultra rare and the most chased after ultra rare here at $5. I don't blame people for wanting this one, and it's an extremely hard card to climb over, especially when made with a Masq, and has floated in and out of meta play. Starlead Seifert, likely to have a reprint in the Dragoonity structure, but it's still a hollow version. I would keep my eye on the secret rares as it falls down, because in the future, Dragon Link and Dragon Chaos decks are still going to be extremely played, and the secret rare is where I would be looking for him. Phantasme at $3, boy does that feel good to say after back in the day when we just had him as a secret rare and we're begging for reprints. Mystic Mine, $3. Had to say the word on Market Watch. Hopefully it gets the good old Nightmare Mermaid treatment and gets slammed on the Forbidden and Limited list. Where Legacy Guard Dragon probably has another reprint also coming in the structure deck, but I think the secret rare version is what people will really hold on to, and this has upward potential as a penny stonk to go towards $5 despite another reprint on the horizon. And then plenty of other cards just all over the place. A Secret Crackdown, a pretty good investment. No material at dollars. Remember people say this was a good buy even at the $5 to me? $1. $1. What did I say? $1. You're gonna see things lower. And Signet Mining Super for $1. I like how super rares look on a lot of cards for that. And thank you for subscribing middle of the video. I leave my alerts up just in case people do sometimes, and I appreciate it. And the rest of the set is just so affordable, and that's because so many people are cracking them open. So what does that mean for sealed? It feels like you need a multi-Dragoon set to make the monies, and he's a 1.44 pull rate, dead even. You are chasing a non-shorted ultra, but there's 50 different ultras, thus making ultras way harder to get. Tactic Konami has done with a lot of their products this year. Toon Chaos, just 3 ultras a box, 30 per case. Every single card is harder to get than the regular side set ratio, same for Genesis Impact. So when we're looking at this, Konami played a little bit of a smart move. There are no short prints, just everything's harder to get. And it's nice at least to see them not double down into shorting on top of those ratios, at least. But yeah, multi-Dragoon case, the only way to win. And even then, let's say you got 2 of these, and you got an Extrav, and oh, you failed to get the rest of chase cards? Oh, that's so sad. That's still not a winning case if you paid even early bird prices of $180 on these cases. So the only people really winning on Megatins, as in many years past, are the vendors, which I showed you the price they get them at. The non-hookup price of 11.5 a 10, the hookup price of 10.8 a 10. They're the ones winning on the multi-Dragoon cases, and we're just kind of eating the product and trying to chase versus their prices. It's not gonna go too hot unless you're pulling like 4 Dragoons, as somebody showed me this morning. Thank you for watching today's market watch and the deep dive on the release day of Megatins. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed the conversation. And where do you think Red Eyes Dragoon will end up at the end of this weekend? It's been the most interesting back and forth conversation on this channel, maybe since the Dragon Maids. But I do like that it did hit my projected price, but people went crazy at that price.